Hello, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever. Here we are, standing at the station in Haverhill, waiting for the arrival of the train. As you can see, passengers doing pretty nicely. What have we got here? 40 people waiting. Growth is definitely upon us. What did we do last time? So last time around, we expanded our passenger train route. We set in motion the ability for us to expand our train route by building a line from Bexhill-on-Sea out to Ripon. Now we've been quite aggressive in this new approach. There's no trains running on it yet. I'm just going to wait for this train to go because it's a beautiful piece of opening footage to set the mood for the day's episode. We've been quite aggressive in kind of future-proofing the platform needs for the two new stations. However, I did make a slight goof in not building a longer platform at Bexhill, so that's going to need to be replaced in the future at some point. However, let's swing over here. So here we go. So we've got 4 platforms going on, which is smashing. But they are the shortest, the 160 meter platforms rather than the 240s. So that's going to cost me some cash in the future, but we did think ahead and actually put 2 platforms, because that's all this is ever going to need, I think, over at Ripon, and they are slightly longer. So that should be the last time I need to touch that station, he said, without any awareness of what was coming. So what are we going to do today? We're going to crack straight on. I'm not going to bore you with looking at population numbers because frankly that's something that really only interests me, or maybe it does interest you. Stick a comment down if you give a damn about population numbers. And we're going to hook it up to Bexhill. That's going to be a challenge. Right, so let's think logically here. So at some point I'm going to expand this station to have more platforms. Shall I do that now? What have we got? 2.1 million. No, I'd rather get the train running first and then maybe have to do a little bit of redesign afterwards. Okay, so let's just kick off from what we shall dub Platform 3 from Bexhill, which will go in a majestic, swooping fashion. There you go, swoop majestically. I'm not certain that's where I want it. Where are we heading for? We're heading for there. Yeah, this is setting off. We don't want to... well, hold on, let's have a look. So yes, okay, so you see the speed limit number there. It gives an indication of just how fast trains will be allowed to go in order to take that curve. So I think let's try and get it to 90 kilometers an hour. I assume it's in kilometers, this being a game of German origin. Good for them, frankly. The sooner that we can move off Imperial into kilometers, the better, because it just makes more sense. Anyway, digression. Right, let's get that one going. Now, I mean, we spent a long time in the last episode talking about, trying to avoid unnecessary cuts, unnecessary kind of groundworks being done in order to maintain the angle of ascent or descent on rail lines, and that basically means doing shorter pieces of track at a time. Okay, right. Look, I'm happy with that. Let's start taking the track out of the other platform as well, other station. Here we go. Right, straight line, 120 mile an hour. Thank you very much. 120 kilometers an hour. Okay, that has connected properly. Yep. Okay, we'll take that. Right, and then this is where we're heading. I'm pretty sure that's where we're heading. Right. Okay, so there's the track coming down. So we're going to want to do some kind of. Well, let's just see what it does. If I just do the lazy method here. Drag you over onto that one. Right, what have we got? Because frankly, if I can do this quickly and it hasn't made a mess. Okay, so we've got slight incline built up there. Maintains this incline, turns it. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to build you know, fairly hefty groundworks here. I mean, the upshot is that the track is nice and straight, and that the train should be able to maintain full speed while going up it. But I don't like it. It just doesn't look good. So I think we'll, yeah. Oh, well, from this side it's even worse. Right? No, not having it. Okay, right. But we did get a feel for the direction that we want to go in. So let's just move that a little bit further forward. What if we take that down? No, that makes a cut. Alright. Alright, splendid. Right, I don't want to go any further that way because this end of the track has to do the more complicated move because it's going downhill. Well, I mean, it's the same piece of track we're talking about here. Alright, start going downhill. There we go. That's more like it. I think we do need to, we still need to kind of curve round a little bit further. So if I go in a straight line here, it's going to link up to there, which actually might have been a good move in the first place. But that does take us quite close to that coal mine, which, if I'm honest, I would quite like to leave some space there in case I decide to build a goods line there in the future. So look, there we go. Look at that whacking great mound that's trying to build. And while that results in a cut, that is a far more elegant solution, I think. We just don't want to. We don't want to disrupt the harmony of the landscape any more than we have to. What have we got here? A Landauer. Oh, that looks like an auto-powered carriage. That's interesting. Okay, we'll go and investigate that in a minute. 1895. Okay, so the choices are slight cut. No, slow. Let's stick with the cut. I think it's got to be done. Tunnel, tunnel. No, no tunnels here. Thank you very much. Well, that's not even pointing the right way. So let's carry on with that. Apologies for the lack of commentary while I do this, but maintaining a level of concentration is somewhat required. Okay, I think there's no avoiding the fact that we're going to have to dig out some ground in order to maintain this slope. And we're still off target. Right, let's bring this round instead. There we go. And then let's link them up, and it'll be what it is. And we managed to maintain full speed, but that's, you know, that's a fairly aggressive chunk of ground cut out. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll live with that. I mean, it's not how I would have chosen to do it. In fact, it doesn't even make sense, given that it's going uphill. Oh well. There's only a certain amount of time you can spend mucking about with what? Mucking about with track before you decide that you're just going to stuff it and get on with things. Okay, right, let's pause, because you're in a really good place to be retasked. So, new line! Finally! It's been a couple of episodes now, but we're in a position to set up a new line. Right, new line from Bexhill-on-Sea to Ripon. Right, and this is going to be the steady on, the Bex, delete, Bex Rip Express. Grand. Okay, good. Right, that's now ready to have a train of its very own. Except, of course, that it's not. Right, here we go. It's not, because I need to... whatever train I send up here, I'm going to have to get it onto that line. So let's do that now. Do I want to build another engine shed? Not at this point. I mean, we could just add another depot, but there are running costs associated with depots and the like. So I'm going to avoid doing that for now. Right, and then let's put a. What are you thinking here? That's kind of mad. Not possible. It doesn't like swerving off and swerving on in one go. So let's go there. And down to that one. And then one more. The signalling here is possibly going to be a little on the hellish side, but who knows? Well, we'll make that work. Right, have we covered all bases there? Yes. Last thing to do, I've paused the game at this point, largely because I want to steal that train rather than bring a fresh one out of the engine shed at this point. Last thing to do is we need signalling at the station. Now let's remind ourselves of which way signalling needs to go. Okay, so that's your downstream signal there. Alright, so let's have it right about here. There's a vehicle in the way. Oh, you pain in the bum. Alright, well, it's not a problem right now. We can get that fixed. But let's put the signal on the other side. Otherwise, the whole system's just going to fall apart. Let's stick you out here. Right. Okay, smashing. Next job. Zoom out a bit. Talk to you. Right, we're going to push you onto a different line, my old friend. Set line. Hopefully that will just work. So here we go. Let's have a look. Now, obviously, what we're going to do momentarily is after he's passed through this station, which he should do without stopping, which might come as something of a surprise to the passengers. Oh no, the passengers all just jumped off the train when they heard it was going to a different destination, as passengers so often do. On, off you trot. Right, now he's now passed that signal, which should mean that I can stick the other necessary signal on here. Whoop. Right about there should do it. Right, fabulous. Do we want to watch this guy progressing ever so slowly? No, let's tell the driver to floor it. That's always nice watching the train run a fresh piece of train. In fact, no, you're trying to build more signals there. That's not going to help anybody. Gimme, thank you. Follow that train. Okie doke, up the incline. Yeah, you can hear it bleeding off speed a little as it goes uphill, but as mentioned, that was always going to be the case. So into what is a relatively complex, for me, piece of track layout, but it should serve the purpose. So we come into the station that is currently empty, and something of a surprise to the locals. Now what we don't want is it pulling back into that station when it completes that route. So I think some investigation of that route layout is now worthwhile. So he's on the right track anyway. Let's have a look. Right, here we go. Yeah, so he's switching onto this side, which I don't want him to do. I don't want you to do that. Or do I? Do I care? Yeah, I do care, as it happens. So we'll stick a waypoint in here, and then we'll edit this route. No, we don't need to see the train, but thanks. Right, edit this line. If I say route, I mean line. Okay, just hold with me on that. Let's add a stop, which is that one. There we go. So you're going to go up and down on a single track, which is exactly how I want it for the time being. Okay, good. Right, so he's now going That's going to take... Oh, look, we've got passengers waiting at Ripon already, ready to ride the steel horse. Magnificent. Okay, so that's that. And we want to add another train back onto the Tewkesbury Haverhill Express. So let's buy us a train here. Okay, so our choices now. We've got the 53 Prussian, top speed of 50, or we also have the Class 89. Now, because I've never played through this far before, I have no idea if we're about to invent a new loco or a new loco is about to be available that would just make more sense to purchase that. I think we'll go for this because it's a little on the faster side. It says it's a goods train, but it'll do for passengers because we don't have much choice at the moment. So there we go. I bought one. Deal with it. And then let's get a... Do we want to stick 3 compartment cars on it? No, let's go with 2. Right, there we go. Set line onto the... oh, whoa. Hold your horses. We want one more line. Okay. And that line is going to be... I'll come back to you. Right. So we'll keep you there because we need to remind ourselves that we've got a new train ready to roll. New line is going to be, perhaps predictably, from Haverhill up to Bexhill. And in order to keep things standardised, we'll call this the Haver-Bex Express. Grand, and we'll stick 1 on that for the time being and see how it gets on. Now, I mean, I will need to do some reorganisation. Hold on, set line, the Haver-Bex Express. There we go. Now, I will need to do some reorganisation later on in terms of where trains go to. Right now, they simply go back and forth, shuttling between 2 stations, and that's fine, but it is going to lead to a situation where we've got far more trains running than is profitably sensible. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to set up the vehicle auto replacement. So we've got this recycle symbol. Okay, looks like recycle, kinda. Click on that, and then you stick vehicle replacement. And as soon as these vehicles hit their lifespan, now you can set what age lifespan you want to focus on this. We recycle it in for possibly a Landauer. Can take 8 passengers. Well, that's worth the price of admission alone. Built by the Benz company. Tremendous. There we go. It's a bus. So we're going to change those wagons for buses as soon as the wagons age out, and we'll do the same in Tewkesbury. Hold on. That's the Haver Circle. Tewkes Circle. Vehicle replacement. Change for Landauer. Now they are more expensive, but they do carry more passengers. So maybe there's an argument there that says that these guys will actually generate me more money because they carry more passengers, or maybe they encourage more passengers. Easy way to find out. Right. Okay. So you are. This train here is. That's going to the Haver-Bex. So let's see how we do on our first pickup here. Now we've managed to sink a fair amount of our bank balance into this endeavour. We're down to just 1.2 million, but that's until we achieve some level of profitability. I mean, there's 52 passengers waiting here. That's terrific. Here we go, everybody. Pile on. Everybody piling on? Nobody piled on. No one wants to go to Bexhill. You will learn, my friends, that Bexhill is a place of great mystery and romance. Meanwhile, is this guy still on his first run? Anyone remember? Oh, well, he's got 5. 5's good. 5's a good start. I'll probably build bus routes around both these two new towns. And I think I will also add a 3rd train back onto line 1. route 1. Oh, it's already open. Go. So let's go with that, and then we'll go with 2 of these, which is our standard load at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I could, you know, I could experiment with more coaches than that, but I don't want to disrupt what appears to be working. I don't feel flush enough at this time that I can just set line. Where are we going? We're going Haverhill. Off you trot. And we've just had a new vehicle available, which looks to me like some kind of steam cart. That could do wonders for our goods production. Let's. Where's the bus station? Bus depot. Let's have a look. What are you? Yep, it carries 6. Okay, so I'll do exactly the same thing I did before. I'm not going to buy a fresh one now. Instead, I will say, you sir, when you're of an age where you want to be thinking about smoking a pipe and sitting in your favourite chair, swap out for this motorised cart paraphernalia. Okay, off you go. Same goes for you. Vehicle replacement. Set vehicle. Okay, and it's a Daimler. Marvellous. Slightly laborious, but in doing this, what we're effectively doing is meaning that we don't have to chase decrepit vehicles as they turn up. Instead, they will take care of themselves. We'll do this lot as well. I suspect that's going to lead to a slightly expensive period when we upgrade, and I question at the moment whether or not we're profitable enough to be able to absorb those costs. I'm pretty confident we are. Vehicle replacement. Set vehicle. This is a DMG Cannstatt LKW. Right. Fabulous. Okay, that's all of those done. I haven't set the trains to auto regen yet, but we will do. So here's our 2 new lines. We've got the Bex-Rip, which is woefully underperforming, and the Haverbex, which is also underperforming at the present time. But we're waiting for demand to build up, and that does take a little bit of time. And unlike oil, I have seen this happen. Right, who are you? That's Haverhill. Okay. I quite like that little carriage animation. It'd be nice if it recognised which side of the train people wanted to get off. But, you know, it's still a cute animation nonetheless. Okay, right, let's have a look at our new stuff that's on the go here. Where are we? There we go. 0 passengers. No one wants to go to Haverhill. Well, they've clearly not heard how glorious it is. So we've got 2 passengers waiting for the Bex-Rip. Down here. There we go. We've got 4 guys waiting for the Haverbex. All right. Okay, well, that's progress. So, thank you for tuning in. What are we going to do next time? Next time, we'll set up the bus routes around both Bexhill and Ripon. Hold on, let's do our outro here while following a train. This is a traditional thing that we do now. Slightly ancient train. Look at that line. It's not straight, is it? Not even slightly. Anyway, yes, next time, yes, we'll set up bus routes around our 2 new towns who have been welcomed to the fold. And maybe have a look at a bit of goods expansion. We are going to keep an eye on our budget though, because that is not looking helpful. But I have just massively expanded, and we have got 13 passengers waiting now. So that's all good. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in. Chuck a subscribe or a like. Post a comment if there's something you want to see, or less of something that you see already that you want to see less of. Does that make sense? Cheerio.